Hi friends, welcome to your mat. Today we are going to be doing a vinyasa free flow. Doing this mainly because I've been dealing with some wrist issues and I want to get back into my flow, but I thought that I'm probably not the only one who doesn't feel like they can do a wrist heavy practice. So there'll be a little bit of time on our hands in down dog, but we're going to avoid doing any extra holds on our hands just to keep our bodies feeling nice and healthy. So I hope you like this practice. Come to a seated space, cross your legs, sit up nice and tall. Let your hands turn palms up on your knees and then close your eyes. Just allow yourself a few breaths to fully arrive to your practice. Feeling the depth of your breath down into your belly. Exhaling completely with every exhale, getting rid of stagnant breath and energy. And as you breathe in, just bringing in new, fresh, positive energy, energizing you for your practice. Take a moment here and set an intention for yourself today. And take a really deep breath in through your nose, holding your breath in at the top. On top of that breath, through your mouth, like you're sipping through a straw, sip in a little extra air. And just sigh it out, let it go. Again, like that, deep breath in. Hold at the top. Sip in a little extra air. Let it go. One more time, deep breath in. Hold. Sip in a little extra. And let it go. Turn your palms to face down. Start to draw your heart across your right thigh. Sweep chest forward for Sufi rolls. Exhale, circle around the back. You guys know I love this movement to start our practice off. Just helps me feel like I'm unwinding any tightness and kind of getting into the rhythm of linking my breath to my movement. So I'm going to encourage you to close your eyes. Turn your awareness inward here. Move as fast or as slow as your body's asking for. Think about loosening up your jaw, your neck, shoulders, chest, lower back, hips. The whole body starts to feel open and ready to move. Switch directions next time you come around the front. Get right back into your rhythm. Beautiful. Start to make each circle slightly smaller, growing taller through the crown of your head. And eventually you're coming up to a tall, still spine. Reach down, switch the crossing of the legs. Hold on to your shins or your knees. And it's like cat-cow. So you're inhale, lifting your chin, your chest, shoulders down the back. Exhale, round your spine, tuck chin towards chest. Roll back so you can feel your shoulders opening up. Inhale again, lift everything up, create some space, and exhale, arching or rounding the spine rather, chin to chest. Couple more, inhale, opening up heart. Exhale, rounding navel to spine, flushing out any tightness in the body. One more time, inhale, and round with your exhale. Good. Find neutral in your spine. Crawl forward onto your hands and your knees. We're going to lower our forms down to the ground right away. Here, grab across for opposite elbows. So you're just measuring the distance between your two elbows. And then place your palms flat, or if you need to, make a fist with your hands instead. Tuck your toes under, and right away we're going into a down dog, but we're on our forearms for dolphin pose. And just shake your head yes and no. This is quite a bit more of a chest and shoulder opener than our down dog. So I like to kind of pedal my legs here. And we will do a down dog or two today, but just finding your shoulders open, warming up. Good. Take another breath. And then walk your feet back. As you walk your feet all the way back, start to melt your pelvis down and drop down into Sphinx pose. Pulling the heart forward and through, pushing down through the forearms, pushing down through the inner wrists. Feeling your feet anchor down towards the mat. Your lower belly hugs in. Look over your right shoulder. And look over your left. Good. Chin comes towards center. Drop chin towards chest. Keep pressing into your forearms. Oh, it feels so good. Loosening up the upper back and neck. Good. And then neutralize your gaze. Widen the elbows. Roll down. Stack your hands and place your forehead right on top of your hands. Wiggle your hips a little bit side to side. Bend your right knee. Reach back. Touch the outer edge of your foot. You can use a strap if you need to. Pull your heel towards your butt. And just pause here. Take a couple rounds of breath. Good. And switch sides. Bending left leg. Grabbing the outside edge of your foot. Keep your knee in line with your hip. You can bow right back down. Lengthen back through your left knee. Just feeling that nice open and release in the quads. Releasing hand and foot. Slide your hands underneath you. Gently press up onto your hands and your knees. Let's head into a down dog. So spread your fingers. And in order to keep this really out of your wrist, you want to press down through your finger pads. Tuck your toes, lift your hips up and back. If you want to do a little bit more pedaling of the legs, do so. Good. And then walk your feet forward to meet your hands rather. Take a forward fold at the top of your mat. Grab across for opposite elbows. Soft bend in your knees. Sway your body gently side to side. Let go of tension in your neck. Relax the eyes, the jaw, the forehead. Switch which form is on top. Beautiful. Center your weight in your feet. Release your hands from your elbows. Bend knees and ragdoll up to stand. Shrug shoulders up, back and down the back. Turn your palms forward. Find your Tadasana. Inhale, arms sweep towards the sky. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lift up halfway. Hands to shins or fingertips to mat. Exhale, surrender, fold back in. Soft bend in knees, ragdoll up. Shrug shoulders up, back and down, back, palms turn forward. Inhale, arms sweep up. Exhale, fold through. Massaging the body open. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, fold. One more time, bend knees, ragdoll up. Shrug shoulders up, back, and down the back. Bring your hands together at your heart center. We're going to stand over into our right foot. So make sure you're all the way to the top of your mat here. Standing in your right foot, make sure the right toes are pointing forward. Some of us have a little nasty habit of turning our toes out or in. You're standing on the right leg and pick your left knee up towards your chest. Trying to keep your spine nice and long here. Gaze at something that's not moving with your eyes. And then reach your arms up. Palms turn in. Flex your left ankle up, almost like you're stepping up onto something. Take 3 more full deep breaths here. Finding some balance right off the bat. We're going to move slowly. You're going to take your left foot and slowly step it back behind you and think crescent pose as you step back. Landing on the ball of your foot. Feet are in line with your hips, so they're like it's on a railroad track instead of a balance beam. And as you find crescent, if you need to, bend your back knee. I'm always so tight here. Try to take an overarch out of your back, so pulling your front floating ribs closer together and keeping the front knee in line with the front ankle, so the knee's not caving in or out at all. Let's pause for about 3 more full deep breaths. I feel super tight in the front of my left hip, so I can feel that right here. Take 1 more big breath in. Good. Circle hands down. You can have blocks under your fingers if you need, but we're going to tent our fingers, not to put too much pressure in the wrist here. So tenting the left finger, and of course you can flatten the palm if that works better for you. And then reach your right hand up towards the sky, strengthening your back left leg. You guys, my hair is unruly today. I didn't put it up because it's kind of too short. It's all over my face, so I apologize. Take your lifted right hand and reach it back, like you're going to push the wall behind you away. Let your head hang a little bit. And then sweep right arm up and over your ear, rotating down to the pinky finger. Again, sweep it back like you're painting a rainbow. Press back through the heel. Let your neck release. And sweep it up and over your head. Go one more time. Reach back. And sweep it up and over your head. Hands come inside of the right foot. Pivot towards the left. Toes in, heels out. Lengthen spine. Hinge and fold. Wide leg forward fold. Grabbing it across to your outer ankles. Reaching the crown of your head closer and closer to the ground. Strengthen your legs. Good. Hands release underneath your chest. Center the right fingertips. Try to keep your back nice and flat. You can take your left hand right onto your lower back. Roll the left shoulder open without dipping your right hip. If it feels accessible, reach left hand towards the sky in that general direction. Stay balanced on your feet. Strengthen your legs. Breathe. Left hand comes down. Tent the fingers. Remember, you can always do palms flat if you need to. Right hand to your lower back. Kind of flatten that out. You should be able to put a glass of water back there. Roll right shoulder open. Option to reach right hand up. Keep lifting through the left hip crease. Strengthen legs. Breathe. Good. Bring your fingertips down to the ground. Toes out, heels in. Squat down into your left leg, finding Skandasana. Heels stay grounded. Inhale, move through center, bending into right leg. Skandasana. Good. One more time. Inhale, center, bending into left leg. Look towards the front of your mat. Crawl to the front. Square your hips. Reach your back left leg up to the sky, standing splits. Wrap your right hand around the back of your right calf. Release your neck. Lift the inner left thigh. Flex the left ankle. Breathe. Good. Both feet to the top of your mat. Forward fold. Let it go. Half lift. Inhale. Exhale. Fold in. Bend knees. Just ragdoll up. Shrug shoulders up, back, and down the back. Hands to heart. Second side, standing over in your left leg. Pick your right knee up. Knee is at least hip height. Flex the ankle. And then reach hands up. Imagine you're holding a block between your hands. Lift straight up towards the sky with your arms. Keep your eyes really still. Help you focus. Good. Deep breath in. Move slowly. As you're ready, start to step back. Think crescent lunge. Land on the ball of the right foot. Square the hips. Bend the back knee if you need to. Lift the crown of your head. Find the wiggles. Breathe. Okay, both feet are working actively here. Again, I'm so tight in the front of this right thigh now. Right hip flexor. So as 2 more full deep breaths here. You've got it. With your exhale, circle hands down to the mat. Tent your fingers. Ground down through the right hand and lift your left hand up towards the sky. Twist. Draw your right shoulder blade down the back. Strengthen your back right leg. Continue your breath. Take your top hand, reach it back like you're going to push the back wall away and release your neck a little bit here. Good, and then sweep the arm up and over the ear. Lead with the pinky finger reaching down, rotating from the shoulder. Again, reach back, palm presses back, release neck. Arm up and over the ear, rotate pinky finger down. One more time, reach back. And then sweep it up and over the ear. Hand inside of your left foot, pivot around to the right. Toes in, heels out, and we fold. Let the head release down. Grab to outer edges of your ankles, or this time reach your arms through your legs. Maybe you're tenting your fingers, or maybe you want to give the hands a complete break. Turn your palms to face up. Strengthen your legs. Get your spine longer. Keep your legs nice and active here. Good. Walk your hands back underneath of you, and let's take a deeper form of a twist here. So we're going to take our left hand and reach it across to the outer right ankle, kind of pull back towards the left hip, and then send your right hand to your lower back or tuck it around towards your left hip crease. And you can really spiral open. I just like to hang here, kind of pulling with my left arm. Beautiful. Release and go to the other side. So reaching right hand to the outer left ankle and then pull that right hip back. Okay. And then you're wrapping your opposite arm around the lower back and doing a little bit more of a pull with your right arm to rinse out your spine. And whew, hello hamstrings. Beautiful. Both fingertips release to the ground. Lift your heart, turn your toes out, your heels in. Bend your right leg, send your hips back, Skandasana. You can bring hands to heart if your hamstrings are healthy enough. Good. Bend through center and bend your left leg, Skandasana. One more time. Inhale, center, bending right. Look to the top of your mat, crawl around towards the front. Square your hips and send your right leg to the sky, standing splits. Square the hips, meaning outer right hip draws down, crown of your head drops, left hand around the back of your left calf. Breathe and relax your neck. So many little things we can work on. Try to lift the left hip crease if you can while you're drawing the outer right hip down. Big breath in. Good. Both feet to the top of your mat. Wiggle your feet out as wide as your hips, toes out, heels in, squat below, Malasana. Bring your hands to your heart. Press the elbows to the inner knees. I know a lot of people have a hard time in this pose. You can put a block below your sitting bones, a blanket underneath your heels. We're working towards getting the heels grounded. This pose has a lot of connection to longevity in life. Think about places where people are squatting like this. They're working in their garden or in their land. They're working on a project and they may not have a chair to sit in. So do get yourself down here. Don't avoid the pose. Take your heart inside of your thighs. Right shoulder holds the right knee open. Fingers to the right. Again, that tented finger. And left hand goes up towards the sky. Both shoulder blades draw down the back. With the option of taking your left hand and wrapping it towards your right hip crease. You might have the practice of doing a bind. If you do, you can. You don't have to, though. I'm not going to today. Let's switch. Left arm in front of left knee. Hold that knee open. Right hand sweeps up towards the sky. Love the stretch. One of my absolute favorites for my lower back. And again, you can tuck your hand behind your back, or you don't have to. Full bind if it's in your practice. Make this yours, we're doing it together, but make it your own practice. You have your own little tricks up your sleeve, and you also have things you don't do, so that's okay. Good. Release hands back to center, kiss the palms. Take a big breath in. With your exhale, fingers release down, hips lift up. Pure joy to release that stretch. Move your feet back to hips width. Slide your palms under your feet for Padahastasana. Lean into your toes. Lean your weight into your wrists and get rid of any stress that's there. So you might be wondering, how does one hurt their wrist? You know, I have no idea. I guess I'm just feeling really blessed that I have never until now felt tenderness in my wrists. But you know, I'm trying to figure out, how did I do this? Because it's funny enough, a couple weeks ago I did a wrist love class, and then right after that I was like, oh man. So we have baby ducks here this spring, and I had them for a while in my chicken coop, and I was bringing giant buckets of water to them every single day, and I think that's what did it. Always carried it with my right hand. Why would I do that? But I did, and I just overdid it. Slide your hands out. Bend your knees, ragdoll up. Shrug shoulders up, back, and down the back. Big sigh of relief. Let's do one more sequence, okay? We got it in us? I think we do. Hands to heart. Stand over into your right leg. Pick your left knee up. Pick your left knee up. Move your left knee across to the right without turning your hips at all. Tap your right or your left foot down to the outer right part of your mat. Pick your knee up. Go all the way over to the left. And again, just tap the toes down. We're going to do that 2 more times. Lift up like a big arc. Tap that toe down to the right, just barely. Lift up all the way to the left. Whew. Some hip work here. One more time. Lift up, tap towards the right. Good. Lift up, tap towards the left. Good. Lift up, come to center. Kick your toes forward. Let's reach our arms up. Take a big breath. And we're going to slowly bring that leg through. And find warrior 3. You can keep your arms stretched forward. I'm going to actually draw mine back by my hips, palms down. Support the back a little bit more. Draw the outer left hip down. Crown of your head reaches forward. Hands can also be at your heart as another option. Keep wrapping the left hip down. Lift from the inner left thigh for another 3, 2. Good. Don't change the pose too much. Release your left fingers to a blocker to the ground and send your right hand up. Ooh-wee. Maybe I can look at you guys, maybe not. Lift the back inner thigh. Take a big breath. Think crescent. Soften your right leg. Step back with the left toes, and then keep your twist. Come upright. Oof. Yes. Take a big breath in here. Lift the crown of your head. Reach your back right hand towards the back left thigh. Lift up to the left hand. Good. We're going back to where we were. Slowly rotate the arms. Come back forward. Lift the back leg. You've got this. Lift the inner thigh. Good. Soften your right leg. Step back quietly. Come upright. Find your twist. And go into your back bend. Ooh. Can we do it one more time? I think we can. Come forward. You've got it. You can look down for support. Lift the right arm. Lift the inner left leg. Good. And then step back one more time and bring both hands up to crescent pose. Whew. Hands to heart. Make a fist with your left hand and a claw with your right. Lengthen your spine. Bring your left upper arm across your right thigh. You can drop your back knee if you need to. Push down through the right hand. Rinsing out the spine. A little easier on the wrists here. Let go of your expectation of your practice. Strengthen your back leg. Reach out through the crown of your head. Try to stretch your spine out as you're twisting. Good. Hands release down. Let's walk inside of our right foot. Shift all the way back. Find Skandasana. This time sit back so you can lift your front right toes. Wiggle the toes and maybe even take your hands to your heart. Lift through the crown of your head. Good. See if you can open your arms like wings. The left arm is in front of the left knee. Right hand to the sky. with the option of tucking your right hand behind your back for a moment, maybe a full bind, maybe not. Good. Fingers release back to the ground. Walk all the way back to the front of the mat. Square the hips and send left leg to the sky. Right hand around the right calf. Can we do it? Left hand around the calf too. Keep your head hanging. Don't look at your front foot. Look towards the back of your mat. I'm finding just like a speck. I think of dirt from my plant on the ground to look at. Keep your eyes steady. Last 2 breaths. Exhale, feet to the earth. Surrender. Release. Whew. Inhale, lift up halfway. Fold, exhale. Bend knees, ragdoll up. Let it feel good, my friend. Shrug shoulders. Up, back, and down the back. Hands to heart. Yes, nice job. That snuck up on me. I hope it did for you too. Stand over in your left foot. I don't want to be alone with that. Pick your right knee up, flex the ankle. Good. Take a deep breath in. Hold your gaze. Slowly bring your right leg across to the left and try to tap the toes outside of your left ankle. And then pick your foot up, pick your knee up, hip height, get it higher. Go all the way to the right and tap the foot. Good. Rotation in the hip. Lift the knee over towards the left. This is going to sneak up on you, my friend. You might be a little sore from it tomorrow. Lift your knee up. Go all the way to the right. Go slow. Don't rush it. Don't rush it. One more time. Lift up. Go to the left. You're not turning your whole body. You're keeping your shoulders pretty squared off. Lift the knee up. Go all the way back towards the right. Good. Come back to center. Hands up. Kick your foot forward without arching back as best you can. And slowly, like a pendulum, bring that leg through. Once it passes center, let's go into our warrior 3. You can keep your hands forward, hands to heart, or reach your hands back like I am. Partially because I have a wall right here. Square your right hip down to the earth. Lift the inner right thigh. Strengthen your standing leg. Reach the crown of your head forward. You've got this. One more big breath in. We're going to slowly release the right fingers down and lift the left hand up. Lift the inner right thigh. Maybe you can look to the left. Maybe you can't. Whoo-wee. Hello, IT band. Take a deep breath. Soften your standing leg. Think crescent. Try to keep the twist. Slowly come up. Find your twist. Remember, don't stand on a balance beam. Stand more on like railroad tracks here. Reach, right hand up, left hand to the back, right thigh. This is my tight side, you guys. I can really feel a different feeling in my body. And we're going back into that twist. Come forward, lift the back leg, or don't. Good. Big breath in. Exhale, step back. Slow and steady. Lift up to the right hand, bend into the front left knee. You've got this. So beautiful in your body. One more time. Come forward. Find space. Lift your right leg 1 inch higher. You can point the toes. You can flex the ankle. Good. Slow and steady. Step back. Woo! Both arms up. Crescent lunge. Boy, oh boy. Bring your hands to your heart. Make a fist with your right hand. A claw with your left. Strengthen the back leg. Lengthen your torso forward. Bring your right elbow across your left thigh. You can drop the back knee if you need to. Push down to the top palm. Rinse out your spine. Breathe. You're so strong and powerful. Your persistence. Your dedication to your mind, your heart, your body is right now. It's not always easy to show up, but when we do, it feels so good. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, hands release down inside of your left foot. Skandasana towards the back of the mat. This time, we're lifting the left toes. Okay, if you can't do that part, you're holding what you can. Otherwise, hands to heart. Lift up through the bottom of this leg. as best you can. Open your arms like wings with the option of wrapping your left hand around your back. In everything you do here, it's do your best, do as much as you can, but listen to your body. Make those left toes more active. Beautiful. Fingers release down. Crawl like your primal to the top of your mat. For your standing splits, right leg lifts, lift the inner right thigh, release your head. Left hand or both hands around the left leg, right inner thigh is lifting. Release your neck more. This is my more challenging side. I can feel my ankle really working. Deep breath in. Exhale, feet to the top of your mat. Fold and surrender. Take your arms, reach them around the backs of your calves. Grab one hand around the opposite wrist and then slide your arms down as far as they will comfortably go. I like to widen my feet just a little bit here too. Oh yeah, that's it. Widen your feet so you can feel your upper back releasing. Spin your inner thighs in, back, and apart. Press down through your big toes a little bit more. Don't let them get too light here. Release completely your neck. Now see if you can let your head and your brain relax a little bit more. Relaxing the brain, the thoughts, and really thinking about any stress that you have today dripping off your shoulders and off the crown of your head. And release your hands. Lift up halfway. Good. Really carefully step back towards down dog. And let's go back to where we started. Lower down to your forearms. You can drop your knees if you need to, or just drop the forearms down. One at a time or both at the same time. Dolphin. Walk your feet in. Keep your head hanging. Lift your right leg up towards the sky. Good. You can do little bunny hops if you want. Right leg down otherwise. Left leg lifts. Keep your head hanging. Again, lifting or bunny hops or both feet down or none of it. Good. Both feet to the ground. Lower your knees down. Draw your arms next to your hips. Round your spine. Child's pose. I want to offer you either one more dolphin pose. You can do forearm balance if that's in your wheelhouse, maybe up against a wall, or a headstand. Shirshasana today to stay out of our wrists. So I'm going to go for tripod or Shirshasana, not tripod. Shirshasana headstand. I'll help you set it up. If you're at all questioning yourself, go against a wall, okay? So you're going to take your forearms down to the ground, grab across for opposite elbows. That is how wide your elbows are, and then make a fist with your hands and open up your palms. Crown of your head rests down to the mat. Press down through your forearms a lot so your head is not heavy on the ground, it's lighter. Lift your knees and walk your feet in. Step 1, you might not lift your feet today, that's okay. Step 2, lift one foot. Take the weight into the forearms completely. Second foot lifts. Okay, I'm super light in my head. It's like maybe 10% weight in my head, the rest in my arms. Shoulders stay elevated and lifted, maybe one foot up, maybe both. Wherever you are, have fun with it. Breathing. I haven't done as many inversions as I used to do. After my open heart surgery, I just get really dizzy. But I'm trying to get back into it, so I'm challenging myself here with you today. I'm feeling a little wobbly, which is okay. 3 more breaths wherever you are. Wiggle your toes. Be okay with where you're at today. Take another breath in. Come down really quietly. Child's pose. Surrender. You did awesome. Let's come up when you're ready and extend your feet out in front of you. I'm so proud of you, and I'm really proud of myself today. I have to tell you, like if you follow my classes the last few weeks, I've only done meditations because I've been just like feeling it in my joints, And so I'm happy that I showed up for you today and showed up for myself, really. Reach your arms up towards the sky, spread your toes out, lengthen your spine, and come forward. Rock gently side to side. For those of you that don't know me that well, I had open heart surgery 2.5 years ago, and, luckily I got through that safely and okay. But since then, I've really done a deep dive into my health, and I've found out I have Epstein-Barr virus and Lyme and other things. So there are things that get me down, and my yoga really keeps me feeling balanced. However, in this last month for me, I've been really having like a quote-unquote flare-up where my wrists hurt, my ankles hurt, and so I haven't felt like I wanted to do anything for my body, but I do notice when I show up and I do it, I feel so much better. So it's been really hard for me to show up for myself these last couple weeks. But I will tell you that I always feel better. I never regret it. So I hope that wherever you are in your journey, that you can really see the benefit of your yoga practice. And if you're newer, awesome. You're on your way. And if you've been here 100 years like me, we're on our way too. Let's come on up and come down onto your back. Let's go slow. Build some strength. Ground your feet, reach your hands forward. Take a big breath in. With your exhale, tuck your tail, roll down, one vertebrae at a time. It's funny the little things that life delivers to us. I always joke that I've had all these injuries in the past just so I can learn what people need in their yoga practice. So I think I'm still learning from other things now too. Reach your arms up and over your head. Good. Bend your knees. Take your hands to your bent knee thighs. Press your hands into the flesh of your thighs. Press forward and lift up a little. And oh my God, it feels so good on the lower back. So I'm here with you. If you have something you're struggling with, please feel free to write me a note. And if I have any tricks up my sleeve for you, I will share them. And release your hands from your thighs. Take your right ankle, cross it over your left thigh. Hands interweave behind the belly of your left hamstring. Keep your left knee in line with your left shoulder. Pull in with the strength of your arms, and not your neck, not your jaw, not your face. Relax those places. I think this last chapter has really taught me, don't judge a book by its cover. I've always appeared to be super healthy, and I am healthy, but have a lot going on the inside that I'm now learning about and understanding why in, the course of the last 10 years, I've had these ups and downs and ups and downs. And so I think that knowledge is power. Good. Release this first side and switch sides. And when you know what's going on with your body, you can really be kind to yourself. Take a rest when you need to. Take time off when you need to. Dive in when you need to, Breathe just into wherever you're feeling the stretch in your body. I love this phrase, the issues are in the tissues. So as you exhale, just know that you're not only releasing stress in your tissues, but you're releasing old traumas, old stressors mentally that you've, for whatever reason, hung on to. Creating space for this next chapter that you're in. Beautiful. Release that second side. Bring your knees to your chest and drop both knees towards the left. Right arm is like a little cactus. You can hold the knees down with your left hand. Rinse out your spine. Release stress, tension, anything that's not working in your life today. When When you move, move from your core, not your lower back. Inhale, next breath, come back to center with knees. Exhale, twist knees towards right. Left shoulder anchors down. Maybe you gaze to the left. Your body is being told by just this shape in your body that you're creating, let go, detoxify, release. Inhale back to center. A big hug around your shins, your nose to your knees. Thank you to yourself for coming to your mat today. Take a deep breath in, hold it in. Sip in more on top through your mouth. Squeeze and push out tension. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. Exhale when you're ready here. Let it go. Spread out for Savasana. You can do a seated meditation or feet up the wall, but do take time for this last pose. Please don't turn off your camera right now. Don't do it. Don't do it. Big breath in and let go with the exhale. Surrender. This last pose is allowing your body to downregulate and de-stress and just remember what from today's practice really worked for you and implement all those tools. May the divine in me greet and honor the divine in you. Savasana. Please spend a minute, 5 minutes, 10 minutes here. Remember, when you get off your mat, that's part of your practice. Move with intention, stay with intention. And I thank you so much for joining me today. I'm Anne. I'll see you next time.